Okay everybody, Dr. Rick here. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to put actually an Aprilaire 700 automatic humidifier on our furnace. We live out here in a very dry climate, so we want to make sure we do that. It's automatic, so we don't have the alternate duct going to the cold air return. It does come with automatic thermostat, which gets mounted into the cold air return. And you can do it opposite. You put this in the cold air return, but we're going to do it the other way. It has a fan in here, so we'll actually stay hydrated. When the furnace don't run every couple hours, it'll actually turn on automatically. It comes with the automatic thermostat, hydrostat, a label for a manual, outside air temperature sensor, so monitor that, a 24 volt AC to take the 120 down to 24, and it comes with the saddle valve. You want to hook the automatic version up to your hot water, so we're going to show you how to do that. This is the template here, so that's what we're going to put on the furnace to cut it out. The things that don't come with it you probably need to get is 18.5 thermostat wire, 50 foot, well we need 50 foot, but 18.2 to get the sensor outside. So we're just going to follow the AC wire all the way out. If you actually have extra wires in your AC going out, you can do that. We do not. We also have to have 1/2 inch inside diameter drain tube, duct tape, 1/4 inch copper for our water supply, a couple bits to start for our cutting into the tin, some tin snips. We've got our electric shears here. You can do it with jigsaws, whatever you need to do. 3/4 inch drill bit for the back of the automatic. Here's this moisture pickup, so you just drill a hole and then you mount this to your cold air return. Trying to think of what else we need. We do got some cable ties so we can get our cables going. This just to keep it level. Some tape to tape up our template. Just basic other tools. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this laid out and be right back. Okay everybody, so here we are. We finished up our job. We're going to put this part in the front of the video for you. A couple of things that we did have to go grab that we didn't have out here when we started. The tube cutter, 1/2 inch wrench, and the crescent wrench just to tighten up the copper fittings for the water supply to the hot. Remember, we're running the automatic version, so we had to run our water supply on the hot because it can run without the furnace too. The other thing, we had to get a couple wire nuts. Forgot about a couple longer screws. I wish it would have actually came with the longer screws. I also think the program the package should have came with the copper and the tubing, since these are required. Overall, the insulation wasn't bad. I've installed several other humidifiers, and I think it went pretty well. About 2.5 hours I'd say we spent on it. I did like several features of it. If I was a little more organized, it probably would have been a little simpler, but again we had to run the temperature, outside temperature wire, which is not done in all of them. Besides that, I mean, again, I like it so far. I like that it has the fan. It means we get humidity into the house all year long. That way the good furniture don't get destroyed. There's a few things that I wish they would actually have a better cutout template, maybe where you can notch it a little bit. I think that'd make it fit better, but besides that, I'm pretty happy with it. So hey, till next time. Okay, so we're just putting our template up here. We're going to level it first. I'm just trying to get a base mark where our level goes. I don't know how much room we got in here for it, but we're just leveling it out. Put this back up to my spots. Okay, so that's what we're going to cut out for it. We'll go ahead and measure just to make sure that we got the same dimension on the back. So 14 3/4, 14 3/8. So it already has the built-in solenoid for your water supply. We want this right here. And roughly we're just a little bit less, roughly about 14.5 if we go on, 8 if we go on the lips there, and 3/4 be shot fine there as long as I just leave the line. So probably if I left the line on both sides, I think we'd actually be pretty good. So I already pulled the door off, made sure that that was in the above the coils. Use our power shears to get this taken out. Okay, so once we got that cut, we're going to check, see if this fits. We do have these tabs that actually help hold this in. That screws over, plus our mountain screws. So let's see what we got here. We do want to make sure it hits on these little tabs here. Then the top one can go up first. Make sure. There we go. So I can see that's stopping me from hitting right there. This side actually looks really good. Need to trim or push that in. Actually, will probably work fine. There we go. There. Okay, so that's sitting on here nicely. Just want to make sure we got it fairly level. Yep, pretty good. Spin this tab here. Okay, so the last thing we want to do is we put a little screw here and a screw here. One thing that happens is you can't really put too much here because they've actually, well, there is enough room here. You don't have a lot of room for your screws to go in because of the cutout of the template. So we'll go ahead and get a couple screws in there, get it fastened. We'll be back with the next step. Okay, we found some long self-tapping screws. So we're just going to put a couple up in here. So I know one thing, we left the line on the template, which did not give us much metal for the fasteners there. But I think we'll be alright as long as it can't shift. Okay, so we use 3 of those. This pretty much is pretty simple. Make sure there's no side on it. This notch will probably sit right there. So then it sits right in this hole here. Okay, that should be pretty much it there. Next thing we're going to do is get this plumbed for our hot water. Once we get that plumbed, we'll go to the next step after that. So we'll go ahead and get it set up and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. We just cleaned this up. We put the piercer through the saddle. Then we put the piece of rubber. Now we're just going to tighten this up here. So. It feels pretty good. So all we're going to do is run our wire up to here, run it across, come down and push it right underneath, back into this one here. We'll make sure this one's tight too, so it's a 1/2 inch ratch, and we'll go ahead and get that ran. We'll be back after we start tightening, okay? So we're going to run it up above our pipes here. Pull this off, put the compression nut, compression sleeve up in here. Make sure it seats all the way. So we want to make sure this is on the hot water. Nice and snug. Run it over here, down. I'll cable tie it in place. Try to make sure we're not getting any sharp turns here. So we'll trim it right about here. Slight adjustments every turn or two. Okay. The sharp edges, don't want to do too much. We have to put the sleeve on this one. You gotta like to push it in and then push that down. That feels pretty good. We're gonna check this side. Okay, so the next step is to just tighten this up, and it should slowly pierce through the copper. There we go, I felt it go through now. So we're just going to check for some leakage here. We open it up. There we go. Nothing here. We heard it fill the line, so perfect. Okay, so the last couple things we got to do just for this part is get some wiring ran, get our solenoid on. So once we get everything set up to do the little 24 volt transformer is what I meant, not the solenoid, then we'll be back. Okay, so we already shut the breaker off and we put the tester in here. So as you can see, there's no juice going through it. So these are very handy. Don't be afraid to pick yourself up one. We're going to put the transformer down the bottom of this here, and then we'll get the power turned back on. This will actually power everything up. There is an optional transformer if you're going to use the manual mode, is what it says. I'm not very familiar. I didn't research it very much, but this one came with it. So we'll go ahead and take this off. Put this here. Do the bottom knockout. Just taking the knockout up. Okay, so we just put the locking nut on it, tighten it up here. Okay, so it's nice and tight. So what we're going to do is run these wires on these other terminals of the outlet. It's wired right, the black is gold. We want to wrap the wires in a clockwise fashion. Okay, so we're back. We got the transformer wired up. We just put it on the opposite silver one for the neutral, the hot here on the gold. And, just remember to wrap them clockwise. So we're going to put these back in here. Then we put the cover back on. Okay, so we already hooked up our wire here, a little pair of wire. One's actually going to go over to the unit here, the other one will go over to the hydrostat here, and then we'll hook the other one up, forget the power. Our next step is, now we got to run our outside sensor, so we're going to take and run a set of wires from here all the way over, up, out, follow the sets, the AC set all the way to the outside, and then we'll take and get that all ready to be hooked up, and then we can actually return. So it's pretty simple. I'll show you what we got here. What we have is this little outside sensor with a pair of wires, and so we'll just run this from the outside in and go. One thing it does say is this can be on any side of the house, the residence or building, except the south side. So it can be on the east, the west, or the north. We want to make sure it's not on the south. So we'll get back with you once we get this all ran, and then we're all done. Okay, so we're back here on the north side of the house. We're going to screw the sensor. We're going to want to come out here with some sealer to put in here, so we stop the draft from coming in, but this is all set. So now we go back inside, hook it up. Okay, so we just finished running our wire out to our temperature sensor. If you look up here, you can see we ran it next to the line set for the AC. Cable tied it. We're going to put our humidistat up now. Over here is the humidistat. And so what we got to do is drill a 3/4 hole where this will sit, right in here. And so basically it's as simple as, open it up, just squeeze these here after you pull the knob off. We'll get this all set up. We're just going to use a bimetal drill. Couldn't find my reducer, my step drill, so we'll end up trying that one. It should be fine. But we'll get this laid out, and then we'll start drilling. Okay, so we got our mark pretty close where we want it. Okay, so we got that done. We just we'll set that in there. We got the little gasket behind it, make sure that's not too bad. We'll put some screws here, get that all set up, then we'll be back. Okay, so we just finished our wiring here. We hooked up one of the brown wires coming out of here. It comes down this wire, down to the transformer. The other one comes up here and goes over to H here. And then the other one just goes straight over to the other H. We used blue for our green. If you look at the panel in here, let me see. So as you can see, you unhook the green. You unhook the green from here, and then you can bring it up over to the green, and then you bring this one here we use as the blue going back to the green. The white was our common red. So we hooked them up down here in this board here. So if you can see this one, we put our whites together, our reds together, unhooked the green, ran the blue back, and then use the yellow as our common for up here. So the last thing we're going to do now is get our drain hooked up to here, and then we're ready to test it. Okay everybody, so we just got everything all set up and tested. The main thing we did, we started with the off here. I'm blowing off position, put it to test reset, but actually first we restored the power to the furnace with this in the off position, and then hit test and reset, and everything went fine. After we did that, we ended up doing the same thing to the on, and according to the manual it says stick it to 5 for the first 24 hours. As you can see over here, the water's running through. This has a blower in this unit here. We got this unit so it can actually blow all the time. You'll see the water coming out the bottom down here. So it's running by our drain. Anyhow, so everything's good and set. It took us a couple hours to do. We're going to be right back in a minute. We're going to actually go over the couple things we didn't have and a couple of tips and tricks that we'll do. But right now we're done with installation. Everything's working great. And thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, positive feedback. Let us know what you want to talk about. We got a lot of videos we haven't even had time to publish. We appreciate your support. Until next